Goodness me, I'm honoured to be joined by this lady, Diane Peters. She was put on to me after a talk I gave at an arts centre in North London. She's an author. Some of you might know her, who's an interest in the paranormal. She gives public readings. She's got a doctorate in psychology, no less. That's right. She's with me now. Best of all, she's a white witch. Is that right, Diane?
Hello. First of all, hello. Thank you so much for having me. I wouldn't use the phrase white witch. I'm a Wiccan. That's the term I choose, that I embrace, and I'm comfortable with.
Okay, you're a Wiccan. Now, do you want to explain to people, I know all about it, but do you want to explain to people what that means?
I'd love to take the opportunity, thank you, because there is a popular misconception about Wiccans.
Right.
All sorts of strange things are bandied about. We use sex magic. We do not use sex magic.
You don't? That's a shame.
Right, okay. That we are in some way connected to Satanism or Luciferianism. Right. We absolutely refute those claims. White witches are philanthropic and altruistic. It's about harnessing your natural energy for the good.
Right.
So we have the Wiccan Rede or the Wiccan Code is, and it harm none, do what you will. So you see, it's a very, very well thought out, carefully thought out and serious response to the natural world and our place in it.
Okay, well, would you say that witches have had a bit of a bad press over the years? It's all been hubble, bubble, toil and trouble, isn't it? Cauldron, boil and bake, eye of newt, toe of frock. All that sort of thing is what we think of when we think of witches, isn't it, Diane?
That's obviously a work of fiction.
Lizard's leg and howlet's wing for a charm of powerful trouble. Like a hell broth, boil and bubble. That's the witches, of course, in
the Scottish play.
The Scottish play.
Yes.
Oh, no. Picture women together. Have you ever put a spell on somebody you don't like? You know what they're like? Oh, she's got those shoes. I want those shoes. She's wearing that dress. Have you ever done that with, ganged up with another white witch and put a spell on somebody,
No, absolutely not. That sounds trivial and awful. And this idea that women only talk about shoes and that if two women get in a room, they're immediately in competition. No, I find this extremely offensive.
No, I wasn't.
And I've had to battle this throughout my career and throughout my life. And I find it extremely offensive.
No, okay.
And I don't think you've actually taken the time to really look at the values that we have in our movement.
Well, I have. I've read quite a lot about it, and what I've gleaned is that you're not a witch, you're like a black, with a pointy hat and warts and that. Imagine you're quite attractive.
There's no Wizard of Oz shenanigans. Right. No, absolutely
not. No, I'm not saying.
I can't believe I still have to. I mean, I thought you were quite an enlightened person.
I am.
Who was interested in different religions, and you're.
Okay, sorry. So I started off on the wrong foot there. What does your husband make of it? Does he mind you doing all this? Or does he try and stop you doing this sort of thing? Or does he...
Does he try and stop me? First of all, I'm not married because I do not believe in the bonds of matrimony.
No.
I have a live-in partner. Right. We are very much 50-50. We share everything.
Right,
Does he ask me my opinion on things? Do I ask him his opinion? Yes, because it's a shared relationship. Yeah. In terms of him stopping me doing anything, no, that absolutely does not happen.
Right, okay, Diane.
Do you know what year this is? This isn't 1953.
All right. Sorry, Diane. I didn't. Obviously, you're a bit of a.
A bit of a what?
A bit of a feminist type, and
a bit of a feminist type. Well, if you mean I believe in equal rights for all, then yes, I am.
Yeah.
Do you believe in equal rights for all?
Yes, I do. Yes,
then
of course.
Then you are a feminist. Feminism is not a dirty word.
No, it's not. So
I think you should embrace it.
Yeah, no, all I'm saying is you're quite a modern white witch, You're quite a feminist type. And
white witches themselves are, it's quite a modern, it was only in the last century, that it actually came about. It's not, we're harnessing ancient powers, but the Wiccan creed is something that is actually more modern than you think.
Right. Well, can I ask you this? Do you ever put a spell on someone? And what sorts of spells? You don't literally put spells on people, do you, Diane? Say I wound you up about something. I know you're a bit Me Too and all that, but say I wound you up about, something,
What do you mean by I'm all a bit Me Too?
I get it. You're a
Did
strong...
I mention Me Too?
No,
right.
I'm just
saying...
saying...
You're conflating the witchcraft with a wider movement in all across the world for greater rights.
Yeah, all right, typical woman, I can't get a word in edgeways. Can I speak?
Right, okay, well, I was just going to finish my sentence.
Right, okay, please do.
Let me do that.
Okay.
Perhaps because you feel threatened by female power. Perhaps it makes you feel somehow emasculated or less sure of your place in the world. And I'll tell you now, you should be less sure of your place in the world because you are male, pale, and stale. And therefore, there is no place for you in the world anymore.
Rabbit, rabbit, rabbit,
We sometimes do use rabbits, yes, in our work. Okay. We work with nature.
What do you use?
Rabbits, crows.
Yeah.
We harness the powers of all the creatures of the earth.
Yeah. Say I rubbed you up the wrong way. I started going on about tied to the kitchen sink or whatever it is you find particularly upsetting.
Yeah. Well, I could think of some spells I might personally like to place on you. I could make you itch uncontrollably. I could make you suddenly fall asleep. I could affect your genitals, perhaps, in some way that would not be very, very positive for you.
Yeah, well, let me tell you now, you have affected my genitals, and it's not very positive. No, it's very negative, the way you've been speaking to me. Right, good for you. Well, thanks very much, Diane. Try not to put a spell on me. All right, bye-bye.
I'll try not to. Oh, and by the way, I don't think you can actually use the word Eskimo anymore.
Oh, not you and all. Thank you. Goodbye.